Alrighty. Oh, jeez. Okay. Welcome. Welcome to the loading screen. We're not going to be messing with that today. Boop. Do a couple boop boops here. Okay. We'll be working on the other bit, the indie bit, as I figure out if I'm actually going. Looks good. Okay, I think we're good. Hey Star, good to see you. See if anyone else decides to come on in. Alrighty. Flailing around here, make sure all screens look good, I think. Alrighty. Looks like it's just me and you, Star, for right now. How you doing? Always a little nervous about doing these, so yeah. I've been doing pretty good. Weekend was decent. Yeah, I'm pretty tired too. Haven't been talking much today, so out loud, so my voice isn't quite ready to project at all. So hopefully at the end of this, we'll I'll have a stronger voice. Hello, Tamiko. How you doing? And Legit, nice to see you guys. Excited the dirt person, but hasn't commented yet. Okay. Right. So I think we'll just kind of get into this. So no, would have been last week. Yeah. Last stream we worked on. At least I was like, why don't we just kind of pizzazz the outro thing? It'll look like this one. That's my tablet right there. So we're trying to pizzazz this one. This is what it originally looked like. So we're trying to make it look a little better. So we're just trying to see if we can, I think we decided to make the little wings on them look a little better. Then we can add some characters onto it. That can pop out or do some other wacky stuff. So that's kind of what we got. So now we got this so far that we put a Yeti in a toaster. But I think I wanted to fix the wings also. This is like my second attempt at the wings with this one. So super wacky. This was like my outline version. My brush. I have like a brush version where like I draw something, you know, with a brush, and then afterward draw it with lines. Then I can bend it. So you can see like this is. It will look more uniform and easier to have less points. So yeah, it's tiny little dots, but on each side of the line has a point here, and then a point on the outside and the inside. But with this, it's just like one point on each side. So anyway, just with that. I've also had this other file where I think a day or so afterward, I started animating this as a different, or as another approach to see if I wanted to have the wings look a little bit different. Kind of redesign it. So this is a basic toaster, but I wanted to look at the wings more and to see whether or not these look good or if they look better. Obviously they have different colors on each side. That also helps. And a little bit of motion blur on one of the, yeah. So I added some motion blur stream, some kind of action line. This like like a comic book would have or something to show like, yeah, that's moving quick, and it just it's like snaps down real quick, and then so it just adds a little bit more. So this is a bit more fleshed out, I think. I think it's on ones. Yeah, it's definitely on ones, and I think the other one is on ones, but it doesn't seem as fluid, where this one is more using more principles of animation into it instead. So, hi Giovanni. So I would like to pose to all of you whether or not we want to try, because I could just copy all these frames from here and copy them into the other file, and then just clean these ones up, or we could just use the original second pass and clean these up. I just wasn't sure, because I know like each time we kind of change. Like if we were trying to like make the toaster design, I had like 2 highlights on it, and people were like, "Let's only have 1." So, but then we had like 2. So, I know the other one was more fluid, but I think I could make this one a bit more. But it's more just whether or not it can also be redesigned too with the actual shape of it, because this one is more, you know, more like a square. But this one is more, it's more like a glove. It's a weird hand thing. So, I'm posting it to you guys to see which one you guys like more. Because this one feels exhausting. Problem is that they kind of both look, I can both mold each of them. Like I could just, you know, do this one frame and then delete it and then, you know, make it look a bit different or something. So it's kind of tricky with that too. So I'm not sure. Oh hey Cookie, thanks. Thanks for pulling up the comments. So it's about a toaster business design moving to. It's the first one. Was it the original, like the flying toaster version, or the toaster fly test? I mean this one. Yeah, I think the one that's more glovey is more. Oh, you did mean the green one. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. There's it's weird because it's like, oh, it's not important, but it's like, oh, we can, because that's like the biggest thing that's like moving. It's the thing that's moving the most in terms of this. So I wanted to make sure that it looks good. And here's my original one for reference. This is the OG animation that I made maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I don't remember how long. I think I made it for something else first, and then it was like, let's put it on the stream. Or was it? No, it was. Yeah, it was actually originally made for the stream, just to have like an outro or intro thing. You don't even know it. So that's what that one looked like. And then we got this version, which has a bit more life to it. It has more pull to it, I guess, that it kind of has more arcs to it. And you can see like it, change this pink, has more of a form and arc to it that I wanted to get. Well, the first one doesn't really have that. It doesn't even have any forms at all, I don't think. I don't think it has a consistent form at all. But this one will have more to it, and then this other one will have even more. Where you see like it kind of has a bit, but I really like this kind of foldy bit, where you can see like it's more flat, I guess, that has this extra bit right here that it kind of folds in on itself like it's paper. This one too, it's the reverse. So maybe we can kind of, that is reverse of that too, or replicate. I'd like to have this more, actually like more like that. Let's do the style more. Okay, yeah, because I can push this to be like super cartoony, where it's just like, you know, whoop whoop. I don't know what I meant by that, but like a full, you know, like this way, you know, and then it reverses to like almost like this shape. So something like that is basically what I'm trying to get. but it's like, do I want this much action into it? Or just, you know, where it just goes up and it kind of bends a little bit, but not too much of that one. Like, you can barely tell what's going on here. So, do want to fly that a little bit, but I'm just not sure how much is the question. So, then we just have to just do it and then see whether if I like it or not. That's kind of what happens too. It's like, even with this, like this is the second version, but then I made the third version. Now it's like, well, I don't know anymore. So it's like, just make it and then see what happens. Let's get a fairly thick line here, and then we can kind of just trace what we got here. The other way is to make it using the brush draft, but I think it might just be more work, and it'll have much more anchor points, and there's like a million toasters in this, so it's just like probably easier on a computer too if it was made with the least amount of points to it, is what I'm thinking. You know, like in 3D where like you want to make everything low poly enough that it's able to animate smoothly so the computer can handle it. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. Watched a lot of Blender tutorials recently. I wanted to make more, at least be good enough in Blender to get a little bit wacky with it. Because I do like adding or using Blender to make certain objects obviously it's hard to see with the contrast. Make things in Blender so I can see things better in perspective. Because I made that library set in Blender. That's probably the biggest first thing that I used Blender as a video. But then I've kind of incrementally used it more and more for like different props. Like the robot was made in Blender. I think something else in the surfboard itself was made in Blender too. Yeah. A little notebook near you. You're holding it up, flop it up and down. You can see reference word wing. I might have somewhere. I don't know what all this is. A lot of this stuff has a bunch of stuff on it. Let's see. Get this out of the way. I can use this. See what the best perspective to see it best. Or be more this way. It's hard to see. Like you can bend it and then it kind of curls onto itself, and then you lift it up, or you lift it down, and then it can do that. So something like that, I see. So I know the kind of motions itself, that it kind of makes this almost a sine wave, but not really. You can see like it just kind of creates this S shape at times. Learning between using S shapes and C shapes is important. Like this would be more like a C shape, where you can see a C or an S shape, and reversing between each of those will be important. So I know somewhat of that. I'm just gonna keep going and see. If I don't like it at some point, then I'd have to stop. I'm just taking my time with this to make sure that, you know, it looks okay, because I know it's going to be, again, fairly important to be able to see it. Make sure that it's fluid enough that when you don't have to think about it being like, whoa, what's that? That's weird and flopping. You know, Like, what's that weird flapping thing? It's very distracting when I want to see something else that's important. Like if story is happening, that's when you fail. Is when people are going, well, that animation of that wing is not quite working, and then I'm not sure in the 2 seconds that I was thinking of that some story happened. So yeah, it's gets pretty always nerve-wracking. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna do a big motion. Big motions are scary. And it's like, oh no, you're gonna be doing like some giant gesture or something, and it's gonna be, you know, like today I had to animate for my group project with the Fallout Celestia. Had to animate Celestia sitting down. So like it was a whole thing of like in 4 seconds, Celestia has to walk in a rear 3/4 and then talk to Twilight and then sit down. And it's like, that's a lot, especially for 4 seconds. It was like, jeez, if I don't get this right, you know, like that's not gonna be, it's gonna be more of a pain to fix it later as well, because then it'll be like, okay, well now I got these tons of keyframes that I animated to be specifically, you know, for like her actually just sitting down, that if I need to fix it in some way, it's just like this whole you know, mess of keyframes you have to then deal with. So if you get it kind of good the first time, then it's like, okay, and then I just need to focus on maybe like timing of it, of like timing between motions. So you might have action A and then later action B. So then just moving the timing between, you know, maybe move B earlier instead of, well, what if in halfway between B you change this? And it's like, ugh. That's what it gets more worse, more work, is when you have to edit an actual motion or movement than just the timing in between motions. Slower, simpler movements approach more challenging. Or famous all that. Slower, simpler, more challenging is bigger motions. I think I kind of talked about that. That is like, if I can sketch somewhere so I don't have to bring up the actual animation of it. Is that Celestia with really thick pen. Celestia, look, it's her. Has to go from this rear 3/4, and then she has to walk into space, you know, in space, walk over here, and then talk for a bit, and then she has to completely change her entire body shape, pretty much. And then emotion has to then get this leg in perspective with the other legs, and then kind of talk and say, whoa. So it's like this huge, you know, from like the standing to this like sitting pose that's like really roughed out. Like trying to figure out like how much, you know, you can do it pretty quick, but then it'd be like boof. So I want it to be kind of graceful and kind of look at the, trying to find some reference from the show. So I found some reference from like one episode, but like the reference that I found with the video was from, I think, season 7, but the shot that I found that was like, it's perfect, of like the exact angle and everything, and timing and everything. Spike was in front of Celestia as she was sitting down, and then Spike was like, oh, I'm supposed to be over there, and so he walked over to the other side, and it's like, man. So I had to like, you know, I'm pretty good at figuring out like what's behind things when trying to make assets and stuff. So it's just like, it was just really annoying. It's like, you know, you find a perfect video, but then it's like, oh, you still have to like find out what's like, what would be behind it, because Spike went in front, so I couldn't see what was going on. So I was just so upset with that. So I have to see how that worked and, you know, talk with the team on that project to see whether or not they like it or not. Because hopefully, again, it'll just be timing between movement A and B instead of halfway between B. Because I'm more scared of that, is if it's in between somehow. Yeah, but that was just like so ironic with that situation. I found that video just today, so it's like probably not the best one I could find, but it's like had a perspective of like the same angles and everything that I needed. And it was pretty simple staging. Totally forgot what the actual episode was about. Like I don't even remember what exactly episode it was. I usually remember a lot of them, but it's like, man, don't remember that one. It was the season 7 opener, so it shouldn't have been too long, but it's like memory is fading from all these now. Feel alone now. Okay. Trying to make a more wacky shape here. Whoa. So where were they? Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's not spamming if no one else is really talking. And that's fine too. You're enjoying the show. Or not. Who knows? I'll never know. Celestial advice. That sounds right. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was somewhere in the middle of it. Has to be. But yeah, that bit always... That bit got me. It was just like, okay. Spike got in the way again. I would like U dots, new. Ooh. I can see this one actually being reversed, where it's actually more. It's hard to draw it, but it's like wings are still like that, I guess. Instead of what I have here. That was actually pretty simple. Let's just kind of move this one over and boop, there we go. Then I can adjust it with the bits here. Get rid of this, put this down, and then get rid of that. Okay. Yeah. Been weirdly quiet today so far. Don't mind it. It's just I know this animation stuff is always like, oh, just finish it, you know. I want to see results. To get to those results, we gotta work hard. You know, today it's more cut once, work twice. So it's no, I was thinking of something else. Measure a lot, cut once. So at least with this, I can actually measure twice, cut twice if I want. So it's not too big of a deal, but it's just like how much time for other stuff do I actually want to work on. Like I'm still trying to work on the movie. I actually worked on the movie a bit yesterday. I think I got like one shot done, but I was also working kind of also with some of the other assets. Like I remade some buildings and some buildings that weren't quite up to my standard, I guess. They look like grade school drawings and scribbles, so I wanted to make sure that they got a little bit better love. Like, you know, when you make like a skyline and it's just like buildings. It's like, okay, and they just filled those in and add little tiny windows, literally like that. It was like, yeah, it's a skyline, right? So I wanted to look at that again and go, well, how about I just do it better? So I made it in with lines instead, and having like perspectives and stuff, and having like windows that would then do that for like everything, and having little lines between floors and everything. So having a more detailed skyline and everything, than having these being duplicated around and having them be in different perspectives and everything is like, oh, okay, that looks a little better. Definitely less flat. So pretty proud about that, how that was starting to look. Then animated like another shot where Derpy like runs or flies. So I animated her flying. So it's just like a simple loop. So oh, legit, not much of an artist. Yeah, I can kind of feel for you then. Why you don't want to have too much input that it's just like, oh, I'm not not super into the jargon, I guess. That there is a lot of like, well, how would I just put this on twos and then kind of reverse these keyframes into a diagonal appendix, you know? It's like, okay. What any nuisance? Oh yeah. Spammy would be, you know, if you're somehow saying how you like random stuff, you know, every 1 second like that. So, okay. Usually have music when I work. I'm kind of getting into that mode. I'm kind of missing it now. Like I want to go back to my music. YouTube Overload won't let me have 3 cents. It's either having 3 cents or listening to music, and it's like, oh, you know, I can pay a millionth of my taxes, you know, with that 3 cents. Like, I'll, you know, have to suffer with that then. So, YouTube algorithm is pretty too good at recognizing songs. Like, even for our Let's Plays, like, it's still like, we'll say like, hey, guess what? I know that you can't actually have your, you know, Let's Play the second channel in the description be monetized, but we're still gonna copyright your music that you used in it because it's from a video game. So of course that has to be copyrighted. So we'll just, you know, take all the money that you're never gonna get from this, but you know, toodaloo. It's like, okay. So the way around that, if you want to know, you might know, is to use your editing software and just use pitch, I think. Probably just pitch is probably the only thing. And just get it up or down by about 80%, either way. I think going down is a little bit easier on the ears, because everything's like an octave lower. And especially if you're talking over it, then it's just a little bit better too, because then you don't have like loud sound or high-pitched sound while you're talking, but if you just have like a nice bass of the music, that also will help too. How to get away with copyright, not how to get away from music with copyright music without getting caught by Yoshi. Tips. What else do you want to know? Ooh. Okay, I think I know. I want to change this one probably back to closer to this, but like somehow up more. So let's see if we can do that maybe. We're lifting these up. I grab all these. Let me grab that one. Oh, what kind of music do I listen to? Recently, I've been going back to my SoundCloud account and listening to music from there. I like listening to mashups, like meme mashups, where it's just like, let's put two meme songs and mash them together, and sometimes they work and it's like really funny. so stuff like that. I don't really listen to, well, I guess sorta I do, but like not, you know, intentionally. Because with the meme songs, it's like, oh, let's put Despacito with All Star, and it's like that's it sometimes sounds good. But I like sounds like that. So boop, 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 boop. There's a nice flick to it. Boop, boop, boop. Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, I kind of get confused with the other thing. Spotify? I don't think I have a Spotify account. I don't think I do. I have a SoundCloud account? What am I listening to right now? Yeah, I do. I have a SoundCloud. No, I don't listen to rappers. But if it's part of the, I just find like SoundCloud is really good actually. It's good for finding playlists of like related tracks. That if you kind of just find like one, you know, song, then it's just like automatically recommend you to like another song that's kind of like it. So I really like how that works. That I'm able to just, because I like when it's just like don't have to think about it. You know, it's just like, because I just want to have like a long playlist of stuff, so I don't have to keep like searching for it. Because like YouTube would be like that, where it'd just be like, you know, you finish one song and it's just like, that's it. You know, you had to go searching for the next one. The SoundCloud will automatically find the next one. It's really good. Like I don't have to think about it at all. And it's just like gotta keep going. Might have some duplicates, but it's like if you're in the zone, then it's just like not gonna really bother you too much. So yeah, it's closer. I see it in null and context. Oh yeah, I have the other. And this one. And then true context. Boop, boop, boop. Might need more frames of it being up. Because like on the back behind. Nope, that's him. Or maybe just elongating maybe like this one or so. To make this one longer. Let's see. So I get these bits. Make it pretty long like that. And this one shouldn't be this way. It should be the opposite. So it should actually be more like that, but like more. What would it be? It would be you're flying up and now you're gotta go down. Let me find my paper again. So it's down, and then you're trying to go up, and then as you go down, so you start like, okay, so this end is the toaster, and then it goes So it kind of has to go up, I think. Okay. Boop boop. Do 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 do. Enhance my surface better reference. Yeah, I think I did that last time too, and it's just like the problem is that when I move my what is this wrist? When I move my wrist down, I can't make my fingers bend backwards. So that's what I want to draw, is that bending backwards hand for here. So basically something like this as a shape, and then adding shapes like that, and then kind of get rid of these. But then it'd somehow be pretty long too. But this angle needs to be more, keep that shape there, but then it goes back. Keep drawing like this kind of a shape though. That's sort of what I got, but it's whatever, that this finger and this finger a little different. Keep your hand flat and just make it go up and down your wrist. Hand flat. I see, okay. It's kind of going over the place. Okay, I have to control it. But that's just kind of, I don't know. Okay. So somewhere where the wrist goes down, like what does it do? That's a lot of weight though. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. See ya. See ya, sorry. It's not gonna work because I still want to make this shape, but I'm not sure if it's actually right. I'm just trying to follow some principles, but it's like, hip. Like, should it be? This angle is still trying to get me. Is that it should still be, like, it should be trying to go down, but it's just not gonna make it. No. No. Biff. Look how Pegasus wings are animated as a guide. I don't really have much. This is the best I got. What did I do? As it goes down, I got this one. This is probably what I'm trying to make. I try that. So that's, and then it curls down and then it goes back up. Maybe it's this one actually. Was I talking about this one? I don't know. It's hard to draw because it was like, adding that little bit probably actually helped a lot in thinking about it. That it's has this and then kind of like that, but like having this be more smooth. We're just trying to be more. Somehow this goes up and then around. Like this line should be where this one lies. So it'll be lower. So that means that this, in a way, could be deeper down. It doesn't matter because This line will be more flat-ish. Flat. I'm taking so much time on this. I'm just trying to make it look somewhat presentable. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Move this down because I'm putting it in the wrong place. Okay. And then put you, and then put you as a different color, and then find where it should go. So it should line up there, and then be about this size. Okay. Change the color again. Okay. How we doing? My notice is taking a hot minute. I don't have any more colors to show. There we go. Just draw it. Boop. Has there been any kind of like art show, like a TV show that's just called like just draw it? Like, I don't care about you just like, oh, you just because your pet died, just draw it, man. They have like a bunch of like a whole like either like some kind of audience or someone to like heckle them the whole time. I'll go to the artist and say like, I don't care that your knuckles is, you know, not doing so hot. Just draw it, man. Ugh. I should make that show. Oh man. Yeah, I could do a lot of weird little skits. It's like, yeah, make it like super emotional like the whole time. Just like, oh man. And come out and say like, oh man, hey guys. You know, economic crisis and politics aren't doing so, you know, hot in this day and age. And then like some heckler in the audience is like, just draw it. It's like, what? I'm not even I don't have anything to draw. I'm just really sad. It's horrible. Spitballing something as I go. I didn't choose the right color. You gotta choose the right color. Actually, this color, and then this is this color. Does that make any sense? Probably not. Next animation idea. Do you actually want to know, or is it where you don't thinking like that should be the next one? Because I do have an idea for the next video. Well, I got 3 actually, so that's actually the problem. So I got 3 almost good stories. That is just a bit of both. So this is dark color outside, and then darker up. Does that make any sense? I don't know. But yeah, I'm thinking about it. That'd be a fun show. Well, I want to make some comics too. So it might work better as a comic because then I can have some dialogue with that. Boop boop. There we go. Okay. I'm probably not going to keep boring you with just drawing wings for like 40 minutes now. The flick's nice. It's got some movement. You can almost tell what it is. It's probably... anything will probably be better than my original drawing. So, I'm just gonna keep going with that because I can still got the original. So, could have been this. Yeah. This kind of seizures out a little bit, and this one's more kind of keeps a bit of everything in it. So I'm pretty good with that. Hey, it looks okay. Thanks. Hello, fire.lava. Is the dot supposed to be a dot, but then in YouTube you couldn't have a name like that? I'm sorry. Nice to see you. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. I'm actually really confused like how this works now. Boop, 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 boop. So it's this color? Boo. Boo. Okay. And then we need like a grayish for when it's up. And then we're gonna have a little sneaky as it goes down on this frame actually, I guess. We'll need motion blur from it going whoosh. Whoosh. I was just trying to draw one wing. Yeah. Trying to, it's definitely different from like trying to draw from memory. It's just like, oh, how do I draw something that's in style is really tricky. So I don't blame you if you have to find some reference or something, then it's just like, just go for it. That's a lot. It's all trial and error. I think is a bit more healthy way to look at it. It's just like then trying to make it perfect the first time. It's like you're probably not. I don't know. I think if you ever watch like people actually drawing, is like they're not gonna get like a marker and then just draw it like the first time perfectly unless you're some calligraphy freak. But even then, it's very impressive unless they have some kind of pencil line that doesn't show up on the camera. But yeah, a lot of true artists, professional, everything, whatever you want to call them, they'll draw something as a sketch first, even like a thumbnail, and then draw a sketch, and then on top they might draw the nicer lines on top, just being really slow and trying to get things perfectly, because then you already have like a base to like something to look at and go, have something to some kind of form and go, well, how about we tried this instead. It's much more healthier. It'll look better too. So yeah, that's a little tip, is to never go for your first draft, otherwise this might have been the final. It's like it works, but it's definitely helpful with what we were trying to do. So it had some stuff like this was super helpful to draw some of those frames. I'm liking it. I like it. I'm liking it a lot. So I wouldn't spend so much time on the wing. But now that's done, so I can work on other stuff. Haha. Got an email actually. Ooh. Got an email from YouTube. Guess what it says? I'm now live on my channel. Hey, guess what? Yoshi Greenwater Live 820 is now live. Thanks, YouTube. Sending me an email about that. Hey, Screwball. How you doing? Yeah, guess what? I'm live streaming now. This is crazy. So now I can actually do some stuff with the characters. So hopefully I can do that real quick. I'm really nervous now. We can choose one of these other toasters maybe. Which one should we do? Probably do maybe like this one, but it has a loop. Follow that one. It goes to there, which means it's this one. So we can choose this one. Duplicate. Oh, 2, because I don't know what to call it. But now everything looks nice. We can finally change this up. Oh, 2. Okay, should we add the robot, or we got a muffin? Let me move my whole library around. Get it back in the panel place where I like it. Please. Please don't. Okay. We got the robot. And we got a muffin. What could they be doing? I think I need that mask. Which one should we come out of? Is there enough room for it to come out? It'll be flat, so it'll be okay. I meant inside of the toaster thing. Let's see. Muffin fly out of a toaster to a little spin and life back inside toaster. But the muffin have wings on it? Because that'll be more wings. I don't know about that. Maybe we could just kind of like, yeah, flies and just zip out really quick. Oh, look at me waving. Oh yeah, we're gonna make the Yeti was gonna be not hyping, thumbs upping. I don't care about scale on all these. That sounds good, guys. Alright, I was just Cookie saying thanks. Didn't notice that. Okay. Let's have them be here. Ooh, we can be front facing. That's more menacing. Got a little thing there. Let's see. Are these still? These are not parented. So that should work okay. I just have to. Oh, that's saying I can move it. It does. Oh, it's parented, but it's not letting me say what? Oh, this is really weird. It thinks that it's parented because these are two different objects, but I'm able to move both of them. But I'm not able to open my parenting thing. Oh, that's weird. Usually there's a button right here that'll open, and then in here I can set the parent. But this little button is not showing up on here though. So I can't actually modify it if I wanted to change any of the parenting of it. Oh, that's wacky. Oh man. So I can do this, but it's moving this bit, but this bit is not the same bit as the other bit, so it's able to be another bit. Wow. Anyway, we could just make a. How long? How long is the loop? It is 8 frames, even less. Cool. I have a cute little robot in here. Okay, so 8 frame for that. We could just use this one. Let's move that there. Can't see all of it. Might have to change this closer to another one so we can see the whole thing. But we can just get the animation for it. So it'll be boop. Or we can also have this going too. Everything's coming up wacky. Well, I can select everything and just say stop. And then have what I want to animate. Now animate. But how long is this loop? This loop is now 12, so it's not going to be able to do a full loop instead. So, okay. So with the parenting, instead of having the 2 bits, you know, having to move them separately, I can move the bottom bit that's the parent and then move them like that. So boop boop. So beep boop. How many more frames do I got? Boop. And then just kind of goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one needs to go further then 1. How does that work? So this one's more up like that. Okay. Oh dear. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. Should he have something on the screen? What kind of picture? Probably just a picture would be easiest. Whoop whoop. Oh, he disappears. That's right. Boop boop. Trying to do this quickly. Okay. So, haha, he's waving. Haha. There he goes. And this one is Toaster 2, which I believe is this one. It's Toaster 2. So we hide all this. So the robot's there, but can't see him, but he's going, he's waving. Here he goes. The screen on the robot is actually an unused in the cartoon. Literally just a test screen. So there you go. He just always has that. He always has that screen before Animate it. Good stuff. Thanks. Alrighty. So now I just gotta get my lasso tool right there, and he will have an extra hand up here. I forgot to modify it. So let's put it back in the original place, but instead put it there and then add another keyframe of it being where I want it. Haha. So now we'll move the other one. Woohoo. Okay. Do a lot of weird tricks and stuff just to make this work. So if you don't understand like what I'm doing the weird, like, I had a book actually. It was called How to Cheat in Flash CS6. That was at a time when not that version was out. Was the current one. It was had not really cheats, but like, hey, did you know if you click these 2 buttons it'll do a function? That kind of stuff. Or if you click this thing it'll do a thing, which makes a cool project thing. Woo. Let me actually, instead of doing something, because I want to just have his thumbs up hand, but without making that again. Here's his hand in a thumbs up pose. Haha. So I can just take this frame there and there. So I can copy these fingers, go into hand, boop, paste frames. Haha, that's my sound effect. Where did that come from? Okay, copy frames, paste frames. There we go. That was super weird. Okay, because I'm sure like I must have used that somewhere else. Must have copied something else. Oh yeah, I was working on Folly today. That's what I was talking about. Where I was trying to make the Celestia walk and then sit down. That was when we had a new store border. We had like 3 store borders, so like the second person just came in like wasn't quite used to like how we like did the other bits, like the other. That's cool. How we storyboard the other bits, the other shots. So it was just like, okay, can you continue from what we already have? And it's like, okay. And then he just has a lot more motions and a lot more. I'm just gotta like call them like scary, scary emotions, and it's like, oh geez, like combining all those was a bit scary. And it's just like, okay, like you start dreading, like as an artist, it's just like this is gonna be a lot of work. Okay. So now the question is, I'm out of time, so I could theoretically keep going. Well, more on keep going on working on it like next time, or I can just work for another 5-10 minutes and then get the rest of it done. Like I could just get the muffin done and then say like we did it, and then afterward I can just clean it up, and then we can work on something else. Or I might have more ideas than just these, so to make another whole stream about it, and then take more time on everything else. So, what would you guys like to see? Would you like to see another whole stream on this? To see like, ooh, well, what if you did this but polished more and add another character, or just do the muffin right now and then have something else on Thursday? Otherwise, I'm pretty good for either of them. I'm just not sure if you want to have like a weird rush product at the end of this, and then I just kind of finish it up later. Do the muffin now. Yeah, that'd be the end of it then. Unless we have more ideas, that's all I'm really thinking about. Ooh. Okay. I can do now. And then, but if that means then we'll have to I was leaving it up to you guys to see whether y'all want to see like a part 3 to this. Because I know like most of it, like more than half of it was just animating these wings. But they look pretty good, so there you go. I think we can probably get like maybe like 2 or 3 other stuff in here. And probably look better too if I actually spend the time on stream to make it look good. Yeah. I think we might just call it here. Yeah, I think we'll probably just put a part 3 on this. Yeah, you'll be fine with it, but I'm not sure about other people. You guys seen worse on this stream, so on these other streams, yeah. You survived like 40 minutes or more of wing drawings, so I think it'd probably be more best if I had another stream. Hopefully sans wings, and then we'll have more ideas and stuff will come out of that. I think that'll be more fun. Yeah. Okay. I think that'll sound good, so I know I kind of rushed at the end just to make sure, like, could we get it? But it's like, yeah, that's probably not gonna work. So, yeah, I think we'll need to hear it then. Yeah, we'll have a part 3 to this, and then probably not to have the robot in the top toaster, so you'll be able to see him, or moving down or something. Okay, I think that'll be good. So, I'll go into Toasterland, and I'll see you on Thursday. Regardless of what happens, we will have something going on. Oh boy. So yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, we'll come back together in 48 hours or so. Yeah. Okay. See ya. yeah, see you next time. Otherwise, yeah. Once I get my toaster army with all my other better animated wings, and might want to also work on the toast itself too. I like adding like maybe like some butter on some of them. Might also be a good, cool thing too. Yeah, maybe adding something on top of the toast, like something can surf on it or something. We have like a mouse on it. And then be like, oh, that mouse is right on toast. The background. I'm trying to think about anything else, any other assets. Like the only other asset would be the background, but I think it looks pretty. The gradient works pretty good. I was also thinking of having some kind of I don't know what you call it, like some kind of atmosphere. Maybe like some out of focus dust particles or some kind of sunbeam in there too. But like probably like super faint, so it's not like, whoa, what's that? You know, it's like, is this some kind of, you know, film bang or something? It's like, why do we got so many little bits going around? We got some little stars in the background. Little stars make it more spacey, like it's out in space. Maybe add some clouds. All these backgrounds, like I'm thinking, would be like only like maybe at most maybe like 20% alpha, maybe around 10%. So it'll be super faint and super blurry. So I just added like a bunch of Gaussian blur, whatever you say that. Probably help too. Because again, I want to the focal length will be pretty short, so everything really close will be in focus, but everything like the stars might only be like some kind of, would be like a 5-pointed star would be more of a blob instead. The blob would just be like some kind of, you know, I don't know what color it would be, like maybe like white or yellow. But to go with everything else, it'll have to be maybe blue. I think the color scheme of everything would be blue. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Princess. We wrapped up. I was thinking about maybe even having the streams go on for like maybe an hour and a half, but I don't know. I think it might be a bit much, especially for some people that need to do more important stuff. It sounds bad, but it's like, I don't know what you guys are up to, so I don't want to just keep my sanity and stamina going. Got to make it really, you know, really tight and quick with these timings, so I don't want to. I know like other people like on Twitch, and it's like, oh yeah, let's have a marathon, or not even, like they don't even think that it's a marathon of going for playing video games for like 6 hours or more a day. It's like, oh. I know some of them takes breaks, but it just, you see like the speedrunners like, oh, I messed up and 2 hours in, you know, immediate reset. It's like, whoa, okay. So yeah, I'm definitely not able to. I just don't have enough time. Like if I spend, because these projects aren't. Trying to think of a word of it being like primary. It's not about you know. It's not my core content on my channel, so it's just these are like little side projects just to have something to do on the stream. So I'm just coming up with different projects. So I don't think I really totally explained why I don't do like core projects like my main channel cartoons on here. I might have, but like probably not recently. Or I usually have it in the back of my head. But it's basically the same like why I probably explained with the showing off the movie, which might just be a short film at this point. I want to keep like surprises and not feel too pressured. Like if people watching me, If anyone gives me like a critique or anything or something even positive, it's like, oh, okay, like a suggestion, like, oh, like, have Derpy do X, and it's like, oh, you know, this is not the time to suggest things usually. Once I get pretty far into it, like by the time that I, you know, get color to it, then it's probably usually pretty locked down. So, then it just becomes like a stream of people. If people keep asking me stuff, then it just becomes like a disappointment stream. Of just like, no, I can't do that. It's like, no, we're not gonna do that. Like, you know, I just gotta put, you know, I don't want to have that be in a situation. So it's just easier to do like with a side project, because then it's like, oh, okay, you know, as we come up with ideas, it's like, yeah, those kind of side projects are more Mad Libby, that it's more flexible with it. They just say like, oh yeah, let's just add a banana. Well, why not? You know, it's not going to be. I feel like my main channel cartoons are more my portfolio-ish work. Like we wanted to show someone, and then if it's like, you know, if one of the jokes is like she has a banana for, I don't know, no reason, some stream person suggested it, then it will feel weird for me. I don't know if that really comes across to you guys, but it's just like, I don't really want to include a bunch of random stuff in there to my main stuff. So, oh, thanks, Cookie. So I know I keep these like real talk stuff at the end of it, so I know no one would actually listen to it. So, oh well. Strange stuff is just for fun / practice. Yeah, I agree. It's not as much practice. I mean, making the wings today was more of an exercise. More like applying what I know. Like I didn't like I could have, you know, got like actual reference of like birds and watched those for like a bit, but wanted to just make it simple and just kind of wing it. Okay, so okay, maybe I should just end it after that. I'm not gonna be able to top that now. So okay, yeah, Thursday, however long that is, 47, 46, and 47 minutes from now, we'll meet again. Whatever that time is. Okay. Yeah, next Thursday at the same time. And then we'll put part 3 of this. So be there or not. It's okay. I don't mind. Watch my regular stuff, please. Okay. Okay, thanks. Bye.